Hello everyone, this is Roxas1359. Welcome to my newest playthrough of Ratchet Clank Future, Tools of Destruction. Ratchet Clank Future, Tools of Destruction was created and developed by Insomniac Games, published in 2007 by Sony Computer Entertainment for the PlayStation 3 as a launch title. The Ratchet Clank Future series marked the jump for the Ratchet Clank series from the standard definition to HD, and as a result, quite a few things were changed and are changed with Ratchet Clank Future Tools of Destruction. Some things make their return, some things go by the wayside. And honestly, I'm all for it. Ratchet Clank Future Tools of Destruction was actually the first PlayStation 3 game I got. I didn't buy a PlayStation 3 at launch because never forget that $600 price tag or the fact that you need 2 jobs if you want to get it. No, I ended up buying Ratchet Clank Future Tools of Destruction about 3 years later. I want to say 2010 is when I got my PlayStation 3. If not, then I got it in 2009. Briefly after Ratchet & Clank Future, A Crack in Time came out. A Crack in Time was the whole entire reason why I wanted to get a PlayStation 3. And let me tell you, when I played Future Tools of Destruction, I was blown away by the production that was in the game. Now, while I say that, I do have to admit that Ratchet & Clank Future Tools of Destruction, I don't think has really aged the best out of the Future series, but that's more because of technical limitations at the time, and at the same time, Insomniac was barely starting to work with the PlayStation 3, and we wouldn't see what could truly be capable of the PlayStation 3 until A Crack in Time would come out. And oh man, I can't wait to get to A Crack in Time. You're going to notice I'm going to be gushing about that project in the future a lot when we eventually get to it. But how are we going to be handling Ratchet & Clank Future Tools of Destruction? Well, it's the Future series that, in all honesty, I start to not go for 100% in Ratchet & Clank games. Especially in the case of Tools of Destruction. Because Tools of Destruction doesn't really reward you too much with anything for doing the skill points that are inside the game, making their return from the previous Ratchet & Clank series. And this is also one of the early PlayStation 3 games, which means there is no trophy support for this game. And trophies were never patched in, unlike what happened with, say, Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriot. So as a result, there's not much of an incentive. Well, you might be thinking, well, what about the Insomniac Museum? There is no Insomniac Museum inside Ratchet & Clank Future Tools of Destruction. Which is why I never honestly 100%ed it. At the same time, there is a lot of things that would require you to do challenge mode in order to be able to 100% it anyway, which makes it kind of annoying. So, what exactly am I going to be going for in this project? Well, for one, we're going after all the weapons. Simple as that, which means we're going after the Rhino 4. Number 2, we're going after all the gold bolts, which make the return as being gold bolts and not titanium or platinum bolts. Number 3, and this is a big one, we are not going after all the skill points in the game. The reason for that is because some of the skill points don't really do much at all. They unlock cheats in the game that you can use, like big head mode, such as they used to do in them, but some of them are just a pain in the butt to get. And they only get harder as the Ratchet & Clank series goes on. But one last thing we're not going to be doing, we're not going to be fully upgrading the raritanium for all of our weapons, because there's no way I'll be able to get enough raritanium to be able to upgrade all of our weapons, unfortunately. But anyway, guys, I'm going to end it off right here. This has been Roxas1359, and I welcome you all to Ratchet & Clank Future Tools of Destruction.